Well, greetings Business 20 students. This is Mr.D and this is my welcome video for business mathematics for the fall term 2024 at Norco College. And this will just be a brief video showing you how to log into Canvas as well as how to navigate our course and get started doing this online business mathematics course. So I'm going to share my screen. And here I am on the home page for Norco College. So just basically go to norcocollege.edu. And then you just would select Canvas, and this is going to show you how to log into the course, things like that. So it's going to bring you to picking your account. So you just select your email address. If it doesn't show up yet, you might have to enter your email address. And then, of course, mine's all automated, but you'd put in your password. Your password is going to be your 4 digits of your 8 digits of your birth date. So it's going to be the 2 digits of the day, the 2 digits of the month, and then the 4 digits of the year, and that would sign you into Canvas, which brings you to your Canvas dashboard, and your Canvas dashboard lists all the courses that you're taking online. Our college uses the learning management software program called Canvas, and this hosts your course online that allows you to interact and to do assignments and quizzes and all that right here in Canvas. So this is where you'll be completing your coursework. This is where you'll be logging in so that you can access the course, etc. So that's how you log in. You just go to Canvas on the home page, you type in your credentials, and it'll bring you to your dashboard. And as you can see here, I have multiple courses. So I'm going to select our course, which is the Business 20. You'll only have whatever courses you're taking. If it's just one, that's the only one you'll see. If you have multiple courses, you'll have to select the correct one, but that brings you to our course homepage. And so again, I've designed the class to make it very easy for you to navigate. So if I scroll up here, you can see we have a table right in the middle, and there's some various items on the table that I'll explain to you, so that way you know how to navigate the course. And pretty much everything is right here in the homepage. If you ever get lost, you can just select home here at the top of this menu, and that'll bring you right back to this page. If you're on a cell phone or a tablet, it's a little different, and I'll show you how to get back to the home page if you're using one of those as you're navigating the course. But as you can see here, I have a syllabus button right here. So if you select that, you can view the syllabus. You can also download the latest version. I always keep the most recent or latest version right here in the Canvas homepage. So if you ever need to get the most current, or you're uncertain, or you don't know what you did with your hard copy or whatever, just go there. You can view the syllabus, you can download it. Right next to that are the 4 modules of the class. That's where all your coursework is for each module. Each module is broken down by dates. In this case, for this course, it's an 8-week class. So every module is 2 weeks long. So every one of those numbers represents 2 weeks worth of work. And I'll show you how to get in there in a minute to do the coursework. There's a link right here to the ebook. So there is an ebook attached to the course. That's probably the cheapest and easiest way to get a book. You don't need a hard copy, but you do need to read it and review it right here in Canvas. There is a cost. I think it's around $50 or $60 to get the access. You're also welcome to order an older version of the book online somewhere, Chegg, or you can buy it on Amazon or whatever. You're welcome to do that. I don't have any requirements on the book other than you will need a book, because you will be working through some of the problems out of the book, as well as viewing some of the concepts, things like that. So definitely get a book. The easiest and cheapest is to just select this Cengage link. It'll bring you through registering and paying for the ebook, and that's probably the cheapest route. Right next to that is some course videos. I have videos for every chapter that you'll be covering. They're also in the study pages that I'll show you in a minute, but if you just want to look at the videos independent, they're listed by chapter right here under course videos, as well as the welcome video. There's a help button, so if you ever need any help with Canvas, you ever need any help by the help desk, technical questions or issues, or you need help from me, select that. It has my phone number, it has my email address, it has all the phone numbers and emails for those other places as well. Right next to that is a course description button. You can see it's green. It just explains the course. It also gives you a course schedule. It's also in the syllabus, but if you just want to look at the quick schedule, you can look at it there. And then behind my face on the screen is a office hours button. And the office hours button allows you to meet with me during my office hours. And that's the easiest way to do it, is you would just scroll it down there. It shows me sitting behind a desk It's just a place for you to go if you want to meet with me during my office hours. If you select that, it'll bring you to a page that has a link. So I am going to be on campus on Mondays and Wednesdays. You can see the times there. I'm also going to be online on Thursdays. I'll probably also be in campus on Thursdays, but I'm not publicizing that. You can meet with me in Zoom on Thursday during my office hours. But this is just a chance for you to meet with me if you have any questions or concerns. I'll also be holding some Zoom sessions during that Thursday meeting time. So as we move forward into the course, you'll see there'll be Zoom sessions available. It'll be during that office hour that I'll be hosting that, and I'll explain some of the principles and some of the concepts of the chapter, as well as work out some problems each week. So that's our home page. And then there is one very important button that you're going to want to start with, and that is the Start Here button right at the top. So when you first come into the course, go ahead and click that, Start Here, and it gives you an introduction to the course. It gives a little bio about me. If you want to know my background and history, you can click that. It talks about how it's an online class. There's another button here if you want to select that to get registered for the textbook, the ebook online. And then here's how you can navigate the class. If you're using a phone or tablet, it doesn't have the menu like I do on the screen now to the left. So if you want to get to the home button, you need to select the little down arrow next to the sunglasses, and then that'll open up this menu right here where you can get to the home screen. So if you ever get lost on your phone or tablet, just select the little down arrow, then select home. So getting started in the course, I want you to read the syllabus, make sure you understand all the assignments that are coming and all the guidelines for doing the assignments, then to watch the welcome video, which you're doing right now. And then there's a little pre-test. It has 10 questions just to kind of gauge what you already know about business mathematics. You don't have to worry about doing well on this. It's just to see what you know. So if you know it, great. If you don't, great. You'll still get 10 extra credit points for completing it. If you didn't get the textbook, another link here to get the textbook. You could also order it on Amazon or at the Norco bookstore. But don't get don't pay for any access codes because you don't need any in my course. Everything is built right here in Canvas. And then you can get started on the course by going to Module 1. And I skipped one. It was the mandatory check-in assignment. That's the very first assignment you need to complete in the course to stay in the course. And this is just introducing yourself and answering some questions. And you can select the link right here to get started on that. Or you can just come down to Module number 1 and click that, and that'll get you started in the class. Again, here is a schedule right here as well, if you want to just see what's coming up as far as assignments go. But let's go ahead and get started. We'll click Module number 1. And this allows you to get started. So that brings you right to Module number 1, week number 1. And the way that I've laid out each module is designed to help you study. So there's some read me first, then there's a study section, and then there's the actual coursework that you need to do each week. It's all right here in this module. So basically there's a welcome video that you're watching now. There's how to prepare and succeed in this course. Then there's a read me first that kind of gives you an overview of how math is important to business. And then there's a Meet Sienna. And this whole class is built around a woman who runs a health and fitness store. And so all your questions and everything are related to that business. And so you're going to meet Sienna. She's the owner of the business, and that shows her employee staff as well as some of her future plans. So that kind of puts everything in the context of a business. Then we have study pages, and each week we're going to be studying anywhere from 1 to 3 chapters, depending on how in depth we're going to go in each chapter. But in this case, the first week is all review. So you're looking at basic math like decimals, fractions, etc. You're going to be looking at checking accounts. That's a little bit of a unique one, but how to balance a checkbook. And then we get into the only chapter that deals with any algebra at all, and that is chapter number 5, using equations to solve business problems. These are 3 chapters that you're going to be covering various items in. Decimals, you're just going to learn how to convert decimals to percents and percents to decimals and decimals to fractions, because you might have to you have to convert to decimal before you do the mathematical process. So you need to know how to do that. Anyway, there's a study page for each one. So for instance, if I come here to chapter 5 and I select the study page, I just want to show you what's in there. So there is an explanation of the chapter. There is some reviews out of the book that you can do. So you can go to these pages and you can go to this section in the book and you can work out some of the problems. And then there's a video of me actually doing that on these chapters, chapter 5. So I'm actually working out some of the problems from the book. Then there's also a PowerPoint in there for that chapter. And then I even included a few YouTube videos on the different concepts of math that you're going to be covering in this class. So I kind of give you everything you need in each one of these study pages. So make sure you review those. So in this case, you'd be reviewing the study page for chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. And then you're going to be getting into your coursework. Now, in this class, the first week's worth of work is really simple, other than the quiz and then the case study that I'll explain in a minute. You have an initial check-in assignment that I already talked about, which is just introducing yourself. And then you have a mandatory pre-test, which I already talked about as well. And that's just 10 questions on business math to see what you understand. And then you get into your actual coursework, which is quiz number 1. You're going to be doing a 10-question quiz on questions from chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. And then there is a case study. Now, I need to move the case study up here. I forgot to change it, but basically case study number 1 is you're going to help Sienna choose a bank. This is from chapter number 4. So you're going to be looking at 4 different banks with 4 different bank account fees and costs. And you're going to figure out which one is going to be the best for her to use. So that's all you're going to be doing in that. And that's your case study. You have 2 weeks to do the case study, so you can work on it this week. And then if you're not sure, or you want to make some updates or changes, you can work on it next week. But you have 2 weeks to do it. So it'll be due in 2 weeks, the week after next. So, or sorry, yeah, not this week, but next week. Anyway, that's pretty much it for week number 1. And every module is pretty much laid out the same way. So you're going to have a, if I go to week number 2, which is next week, you have some announcements video. You have a read me first. You have a help Sienna that you have to read first. Then you have the study pages for the 2 chapters, as well as a formula sheet. Next week, you'll be starting to look at some formulas, as well as tips for solving word problems. So that's all your study section for next week. And then there's a Zoom session that we'll be doing on Thursday. If you want to join me, I'll be working out some of those problems as well. Then you get into your first week's or second week's worth of work, which is a check-in assignment. And I'll explain all this next week in the video that I'll be doing then. So that's pretty much it for the course. Every module runs the same way. At the end of week 4, you do have a midterm exam. At the end of week 8, you have a final exam. But every 2-week module is made up of a quiz and a discussion post and a check-in assignment. And that's what you'll be doing each week. So if you have any questions or issues, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can also meet me during my office hours, which are listed under the office hours icon on the homepage. And I'll meet with you there, and I'll go over some of the problems if you're having any issues or if you have any other questions. So that's it for this week. Welcome to the class. Glad that you're in my class and looking forward to a great semester together.